Okay, ladies, we're going to get started. And first, I want to say happy Thursday. Happy seminar year in as we're all wrapping up huge, audacious goals. And some have made them, some have chosen to continue on to the new year and the new seminar things. And we're making magic happen, right? We're not stopping. I know some let their hair down July 1. Some are like, forget it, just barreling on through. And we're just going to start the new year fantastically. So there was a slight, tiny little hiccup today, but because our beautiful, gorgeous speaker is such a woman of integrity and she is phenomenal. Crystal Hubbard is our trainer today. And there was just a little, sometimes that happens at year end, right? But what she did for us is she recorded it for us. And so I just want to say thank you, Crystal, so much for being a woman of your word, integrity, and doing all the things in Mary Kay way. Because she could have very easily, had said, too busy, it's year end, right? I don't have time for that. And she could have done that. Or say, oops, I double, triple booked and I can't do it at all. And she did not do that. She chose to record for us. So I'm so incredibly grateful for you, friend, for doing this. And all of this is going to be posted everywhere, just like it always is. If you're not familiar, we do have a Lunch and Learns Facebook group that you can be part of, and you can join in and see all the recordings on there. If not, you can literally look at my name, Jennifer Enlow, and that is my YouTube link. So you can just go to the YouTube link and get that. It usually takes us about 24 hours. It might take a little bit longer, just because giving us grace for year end. So I'm going to share the screen because Crystal's message is phenomenal. She is a top director. Hold on. We have so many people trying to come in. I keep trying to let them in, but it's not doing it for them. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can. I'm going to try to do something a little different here and try to get it to where it'll work better for everybody. Let me see if I click that. I click this. Okay, let me hit admit all. So they're all coming in. I told you it would be like the floodgates all of a sudden. And that's exactly what happens. Let me make sure everybody got in before I take over the screen so I don't miss anybody. And if you're not muted yet, if you wouldn't mind, I would greatly appreciate it, because I'm going to take over the screen and do it that way. So have pens and paper ready. You're not going to want to miss a word. And again, thank you for my audacious, courageous friend to do it this way, and for being a woman of her word and not bailing on us and helping us with our final push. So 1 second, friends, I'm going to take over and we are going to share the screen. Bear with me for 1 minute. I need to move this so I can. You ever get a new thing and then you have to figure out how to use it? Okay, everybody ready?
Hey everyone, my name is Crystal Hubbard. Thanks for joining in for the Lunch and Learn. I know that we are at the end of the year. Tomorrow is the last day of our year. So I know everyone is finishing their year-end goals, and there's a lot going on right now, and I know that. And so I'm not really here to share a finishing story or anything like that, because I'm sure you already have that in place right now. You have one day to go, and I know you are focused on the one thing that you already have in place. And so now's not the time to change that up. It's just to focus and stay on the course that you've already set out for yourself. So first of all, wish all of you the very, very best of luck, that you hit your goals. And if not, then that you are ready to gear up for the new year. So maybe something that I share with y'all today will maybe help you gear up for the new year. Maybe give you a new thought, new crease in your brain that kind of helps you with that. So I'm gonna go over that with y'all, and I want to thank Jennifer for asking me. I really do appreciate that, and it really meant a lot for you to think of me to ask me. So thank you so much. So. Really quick, I've been in Mary Kay going on 20 years, and I live in Baton Rouge area, and so I love my business. I love my life. I've ran this business in all time frames of my life, from when I was 30 years old is when I started, this business with a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old as a registered nurse. working in more of like survival mode. Okay. Like I had, working a night shift basically is what I did, 3 to 4 12-hour night shifts. And what I found is though I love nursing, I was having that family versus career conflict. And, I didn't really know, really where I was going from day to day. It was basically, like I said, I was in that crazy mode, okay, stress mode. It's when Mary Kay came into my life. And so never sold anything, never thought this would be anything I would ever consider doing. I actually worked at night because I was shy and I wanted to talk to people. And so, this was totally out of my comfort zone, but God had a plan. And he put a very good friend of mine who was actually a mentor of mine at the time into Mary Kay, and then positioned her to be able to move up into leadership. So ask me to hear the information, and basically the rest is history. And so, this has been such a blessing in so many ways. But, one of the main things I will tell you that it's helped me grow. It's helped me grow so very much. I know it's helped you all grow, all of us. I just feel like one of the greatest things, a greatest gift that Mary Kay really has given so many of us is that we came in for one thing, but we all have stayed for something more. It's just something different, something that we didn't even know that we needed, that we got out of this Mary Kay opportunity. And so my faith has grown considerably being in this business. And I will just tell you that, one of the reasons I wanted to move into leadership is because there was a director Bible study. And there was the only way I could get into that. Like I knew that those women had something that I didn't have. And so I just felt like, wow, I want to surround myself around those women more. And so how do I get to do that is this, to be a director, to be able to join the Bible study. Wow. I look back at that and I think, and then today I'm still in director Bible study, which has been, it's such a blessing. And so, just a little bit about me to kind of before I get started. And, like I said, I've been through this Mary Kay business in all areas of my life with young children. And actually, I brought my youngest home, who's now 19, in a pink Cadillac, and so it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And today they're all out of the house, and I'm an empty nester. So it's just been very wild. But what I'm going to share with y'all, one thing is something new, okay? It's a new idea, okay? And then one is just something that I'm more passionate about. And Jennifer asked me to share something that I'm passionate about, something that I've developed along the way. And if I'm ever asked to teach, or when I have been asked to teach, whether it be seminar or a career conference or leadership or whatever it may be, it's always the one thing that I gravitate to, and it's about priority management. Okay. And so it's different because it's not really, it's time management, but it's stress management. Okay. But it's all kind of built into what I call priority management. Okay. And so I thought that even though tomorrow is the last day of the seminar year, this could possibly serve you well with that as well, and then move you on into the new year. And so I hope that I say can make a difference to you. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna dive on in. So what basically is priority management? Okay, it's basically habits that I have developed over time that have served me well in my daily routine. Okay, because I always say that your success is hidden in your daily routine. Okay. And so first of all, what is my priority management? Well, what did Mary Kay teach us? Okay. Is to, is to have balance, to have harmony, and to put God first, family second, and career third. Okay. So that's what I've learned. That's what I've always known. That's what I always wanted that I didn't have. And so that's kind of where it came from. Okay. She also said that, it's the balance and the harmony. Okay, that's the key is having the balance and the harmony. So I've tried to provide that with having 3 very active children and a full-time nurse. and a Mary Kay director, weaving all that together. Okay. Well, luckily only after 2 years of being a Mary Kay director, I retired from nursing. Okay. And so, but it didn't change what I had developed during those times. And basically, number one was my daily quiet time. Okay. It's very, very important for me to start my day that way. Everyone's different. And so let me kind of tie in the priority management with energy management. I wanted you to think about what energy management is. What that basically is like what gives you energy and what drains you. Okay, like what gives you energy and what like drains your energy. Okay, so for instance, my in the morning is the daily quiet time. Okay, but for you, that might not be where you want to start. Maybe your energy is so high in the morning that you want to go and do your workout first, because that gives you energy to come back and then you can settle in and you can have your quiet time, or you can plan. So it has to be really, like I said, what is your self-management? Okay, so you see how I'm tying all that in? It just kind of all goes together. So your self-management, so knowing you and knowing what gives you energy and that sort of thing. So my priorities is my quiet time first, okay, then my workout, okay, and then it's like my family commitments and then my work. Okay. And that's kind of how I prioritize that, because I have learned what has given me energy and what has drained me. Okay. What drains me from my energy. And so I prioritize those in that order. Okay. So first thing in the morning, I want to have quiet time. I don't want to do exercise, not yet, because what happens is later in the afternoon is when I start like not having energy and not want to kind of finish my day. So I like to work out like midday, because that will give me energy to go to work out. I get energy. I come back and I'm ready. I'm refreshed and I'm ready to go for the second part of my day. Sometimes, with some people's workouts, it drains them. They're exhausted. Like they might do a bunch of cardio or whatever it may be. It might exhaust them. So they have to do that differently. Does it make sense? And so that is huge to me, is for you to kind of recognize, okay, what are the things that are giving me the energy? The other thing would be your mental energy. Okay. And so what do you need to delegate that drains you mentally? And so some things you get excited about and that mental energy is at this highest peak. And when that time is, some things, with emails and just different things like that drain my energy. Okay. So that's not something that I want to do early. Okay, because that's draining me for my energy. And so those are just so many like key things that I have learned. People time. There's certain people that are going to drain your energy, and there's certain people that are going to build your energy, right? I mean, I love coaching calls. I love that. I love scheduling certain times. It's in the morning where my energy is high. I will do my coaching calls with my top consultants, and that gives me so much energy that like gets me fired up, because I love being able to help them, create things for themselves and help them figure it out, and me just kind of working with them and giving them strategy, and then that kind of thing, it gives me energy. And so I like to do that on my highest energy time. So for instance, I've recognized this, because I had a coaching call one time. I remember it was like at 3 p.m. I remember getting off the call going, ooh, that wasn't that great. And I'm like, why was that? And it was because my energy was low. Okay. So I hope that helps, that y'all can recognize that. The areas, basically, I'm going to kind of go over it again, is like your physical energy. Where's that, where do you get the most from that? Where are you most energized? So, and does does the physical activity, help you or drain you? So you got to kind of know when to do that. Your mental energy, when are you doing the things that give you energy? And what are the things that you can delegate that drain your energy, that you don't even want to do? Okay, I will delegate those things. And then my emotional energy, of course, with dealing with people, when is that strength zone? Like, when am I going to be at my best, during that, during my day? And so, okay, so kind of going back to like the priority management. So mine's the quiet time. Then it's more the workout, my family commitments, and like the work and my business and stuff. Okay. Another thing that's important to me is to always operate in like structure and a schedule. Okay, I have to have that. Okay, so they're just disciplines, they're daily habits that I have to do. And I mean, you know, if consultants are watching this, and even directors, I mean, one of the things that I didn't realize was so important. I know it was important, but it's one of those things that I just was like, okay, I didn't really like do it like I needed to do it. Was the simplest important things list. I know that's kind of crazy, and you're thinking, huh? Why have you never done that? I've done it, but like I didn't stick with it until I didn't stick with it. And then I was like, wait, what am I missing? Why am I getting off track? Like, what's happening? And so I was like, oh my gosh, it's that simple thing, okay? That Mary Kay taught us that, you know, she says that if you don't write it down, you will, you'll never get around to doing it. I mean, it's just a fact. And so, that is one thing I will tell you, consultants, directors, that I will never stop doing again is having a 6 most important things list. You know, like I have my notebook. I work out of notebooks. That's what I do. And I keep my notebooks with me in my purse everywhere I go, and 6 most important things. And I check that off. It's for my personal, and it's for my business. And that's huge, huge, huge to give me like a schedule. It helps me with my schedule. It helps me stay structured. It helps me stay on balance. Helps me keep my harmony. It all kind of goes together. But that really is huge. And then I prioritize that list. Okay, you're going to hear me just talk about priority management, priority this, because it's all the like what is most important first. You know, most important first for me is my quiet time. Most important first for you could be your exercise. You know, so whatever it is, but also when you have your 6 most important things list, your priority in that. What is the first thing I need to do? Make sure that I get done, you know, that I feel like I've accomplished. Because I mean, lots of times, a lot of those things, your day does not go exactly how you want it to go, right? It doesn't. It doesn't always go how we want it to go. And so, but if I get my first 1 or 2 things done, then I feel like I have a win. And so that's why the priority management is so important with your schedule and your most important things list, is to put those things first that are most important that you want to get done. Okay. So those are sets of things. Another thing that that a lot of my sister sales directors always ask me about is my meal prep. I'm huge on that, okay, because like I have to have everything in order, and so meal prep is huge for me. So I pretty much every Sunday, I have my whole entire week planned out for the entire week, all my meals. I know. And then on Monday, you know, I'm very disciplined with my time. So you can probably find me at 10 o'clock on a Monday morning. You know, you can probably find me at the grocery store if you need me, because I'm there getting my stuff for the entire week, because I'm not going to waste time during the week going to the store 10 times. Okay. I'm going to get it all done early. You know, it's been really funny is now that I'm empty nester, I've decided that, you know, I'm gonna do something even better for myself. And we started doing that Hello Fresh. Have you ever tried that? But like, that's amazing. So on Sundays, I will actually pick my meals for the week, you know, click a couple of buttons, and it delivers to my door. I don't have to go to the store at all. So that's been great. So it's like you got to find kind of what works for you. But planning out my meals and having all that in order is huge as well. Okay, so that's really, really big. So what else did I want to say about that? What else? Oh, your environment. Okay, your environment. Now, this may not be you, but this is me. If my house is a mess and my office is a mess, like I cannot work. So I have to like make sure that I'm on top of my environment. I mean, my kitchen everywhere. Like when after the evening, like my kitchen, there's nothing left in the sink. Like that's just me. But you have to know you. It's all about your strengths, right? Knowing what your strengths are, knowing how you function, right, at your optimal level, and knowing that, okay, I mean, if I have all this stuff to do, you know, then I can't focus and be my best and use my energy in the best possible way. And so it's really important for my environment. And so for instance, you know, let's kind of go back for like my morning. Okay, so like before I go to bed, my coffee pot is set. You know, my Bible study books are out with my prayer book. All my things are kind of out in my certain spot that I sit, out all right there. My workout clothes are out because that's the next thing I'll do. You know, like my 6 most important things list, my list is there. Like I'm ready. My first couple of things I'm going to do. I'm ready. I'm ready to go for the day. So it's just, you know, it's those little things sometimes, y'all, that make such a big difference. It really, really is. And so I just, you know, someone, I don't know who told this to me. I've learned so many great things by so many amazing mentors, but you know, they told me that that if your business is in order, if your life is in order, then you can keep your business in order. Like when your life is in chaos, your business is in chaos, right? And so you have to kind of trying to control that environment, control those things, and it helps control the other areas. Okay. And so so that's just some things I hope that might serve you well. You know, it really made a difference when I really started learning my highest levels of functioning time, what was draining my energy and what was giving me energy. And when I was at my best, you know, was when I had my most energy. And what do I need to do to keep that energy level high, right? And so so I hope that serves you well with that. So okay, I'm gonna jump in real quick as I close up. I want to jump in with the one thing that that I have consistently done for the past couple of years that has really made a difference. And it's just it's something different. I know that everyone has been doing different things now in the virtual world. You know, some are really doing great with Facebook parties and just there's so many other things that people are getting to do. All the virtual parties, it's been great. But one thing that I want to say it was in 2020, was when we did our first one, okay? And it was, it's called a pop-up, okay? Now, National Sales Director, Ori Hathaway, she had come up with that, and I had watched a couple of things that she did, and she did all through, the Messenger app. And I think she had gotten it maybe from her directors, I want to say in another country or something. I can't remember exactly, to be honest with you. But it was interesting. I kind of followed it and I liked it. So I was like, okay, well, let me kind of take that and kind of make it mine and try to figure out how to do this so it would benefit my unit. So we did our very first one in, I think it was June of 2020. And basically, let me just start it. Let me just kind of start and tell you what it really is if you don't know what it is, okay? So a pop-up is basically a texting party. That's what it is. So we don't use group text, but rather we use project broadcast, okay? And so what we do is we create campaigns for our sales, okay? It's a campaign for our sales, and it sends out individual text messages, okay? The sales usually held on a Saturday with hourly doorbusters and beauty tips on the hour between 9 and 6, and it's one of my customers' favorite. They love it, okay? So that's kind of what we do. And so I do it quarterly. Okay. Well, we've done it several ways. I started doing it monthly. It was too much. And then we started doing it quarterly. And that's really where it kind of took off. Okay. And so it's been really great because, you know, I just find that text messages, they're on their phone all the time. And these deals go straight to their phone. And some of the ways that I've sold it to my consultants and to our customers is, hey, people on social media so much now. You're on social media, you're scrolling social media, people are looking at TikTok videos, they're looking at all these things, trying to find tutorials and beauty tips and watch all these videos, all this stuff. Well, what if I just send it straight to you? You don't got to go scroll and look for it. I'm just going to send it to you. And I'm going to give you a beauty tip, I'm going to give you a deal, and that kind of thing. It's going straight to your phone. And so, and I say stuff like, and if you're not available on Saturday, that's okay. Look at it at your convenience. It's going to be in your phone. You can go back and scroll through it and look at it at your convenience, you know? And so that kind of helps. So it's not like people in this busy world, right? I mean, it's not like you're pinning them down to one Facebook party on a Thursday night or one virtual party or one in-person party. You're pinning them down to a day that you're sending the text message out, but they can go back and look at it on their phone. Okay, so I just found that that has just really worked, and so it's been fun. It's engaging, and we've had a lot of success with it. So I'm going to tell you quickly. So we started it in June of 20, and then so we've done 21 pop-ups in the past 3 years. Okay, we've definitely refined them. We've adjusted them. We've kind of changed it up and tried to figure it out. I started doing. Really kind of wrapping it around like product launches, like things that like, and let me just kind of tell you, this is for customers. Okay, it's a texting party for customers. But I've recently, this past quarter, I've incorporated it with my consultants. So I just developed a consultant pop-up. And what that is basically, it is our top products with little tutorials. And basically it's just my videos that I've just created. And on like the eye makeup remover and the micellar water and the microderm and just skincare, whatever. And it gives them that, okay? And it's like a product knowledge video. And we have them everywhere. America has them all, America in Touch. The videos are everywhere. I mean, I get it, but it's like it's me. So it's like you have to create something that's yours for your consultants to see your face, and you're sharing your favorite products, and you're sharing your take on things or whatever. And then the sale flyer, let's say that you would like a customer would get, would be, this is your daily deal. Well, for my consultant one, it shows what their price is, their wholesale price. So it's like, the cleanser or whatever, it has an X on it, and it has their price. Because what I'm trying to do is sell them the products again. I'm trying to resell them on the products. I want them to be the very best Mary Kay customer that they can be. And when I find, and this went out to my inactives, so it's like inactives and teas, trying to get 100% of active people ordering, I just decided to develop something that I could text to them, okay, that they could look on their phone and be educated on the products, see what the deals were, maybe like their 50% off deal, and maybe inspire them to want to order and maybe, want to try new things and try more products. So that was a really great idea. And I'll have to let you know how it goes, because I just did it for the first time this month in June. So I kind of played with and created and talked about it like in April and May. I was like, do I want to do that? And then I kept kind of thinking about it. And then I said, let me just do it in June and see what happens. And so I'm still in that process of seeing how that has gone. So I'll kind of let you know. But I really feel like I can continue to do that every month with consultants, and like invite them to watch it, see if they would want to participate in it and that kind of thing. So it's going to be kind of like more of a one-on-one as well, how you want to work that piece. But going back to the customer ones, we did, like I said, in about 21 pop-ups in 3 years. And the most popular ones were like St. Patrick's Day. This one we did in June, this month was, we would call it a summer clearance event, and to kind of finish the year. And that was really exciting and fun. And we also, thank you to Tandy, we also incorporated her bundle deal. So that was in addition to, so that was like something separate. But we just did a summer clearance, and we did and I do a summer clearance every year in June. It's my 2 sales of the year. And but we just kind of put a twist on it this year and did a pop-up with it. And then we do a fall one, fall beauty, and we do holiday. So that's one of the ones we've done so far. How many customers? So since we began, almost 800 customers have participated, okay? And it's evolved over the past 3 years for sure, okay? So I think the customers like the convenience of it. I think that's what has happened. They appreciate having the product information and the beauty tips, like I said, delivered to their phone, and that they can view at their convenience. So that's what I think people have really liked. Let's see. My consultant pop-ups, they're designed to, the consultant pop-ups, again, like I said, I just did that. So it's brand new. I can't tell you a whole lot about it. I can just give you the idea that maybe you can run with and maybe try to make your own. But it was basically just the idea of providing the products to their phone that they could look at and then visually showing them the cost. They know it, but it's just visually shown, like them watching a video, of me talking about my favorite products that I love and saying, y'all, like check it out. And then it's only cost you $9 to get this on your shelf, to get this in your bathroom tonight or whatever. So that's kind of how I did. And I got some good feedback from those who did participate. So I was, like I said, that was mainly with the I's and the T's. Another thing, let me share this, is that I did, I've only done a couple of these. Like I said, I'm just as it's evolved over the past, 3 years, I'm just still like tweaking it and working with it and finding like what really works. But I'll tell you one thing that really worked. And I've only done a couple though. So, is I did a new consultant pop-up. New consultant to kick off her business. Okay. So, this is, a way to encourage them. I still encourage them to do an in-person party. I obviously encourage us to do a debut, a virtual debut or in-person debut. That's always my goal. But I'm also just offering them something else. This is a new consultant pop-up. So basically it is exactly what I would share in-person party or at a virtual party. It's exactly the same products. But she gets the people to join. She invites them to, if they want to do the pop-up, we put them in the pop-up, and then they just get the daily text. Okay, so just something new maybe add a new crease, to your brain with something different that you can maybe try if you want to try this new year, the texting parties. Okay, so let me just kind of close out with kind of telling you, our St. Patrick's Day sale that we did in March, it generated $4,000 in retail sales in one day. Okay. That was in May. And then in June, I want to say it was 7,000 or 8,000. It was really, really good. So really just for May and June, like this past May, like last month and this month, we've generated, $17,500 in retail. Okay. In retail, just from the pop-ups. Okay, so whether it be a new consultant one, whether it be just a regular customer one, we've generated a lot of retail. So that has been super exciting. It's something new. It's a texting pop-up party. And so I can share anything, any more with that, more details if y'all want me to. But so I'm gonna continue to do them. I'm gonna, like I said, monthly's too much, but I mean, I can do one for new consultants, for sure, monthly. But I really am gonna focus this new year. I'm gonna focus on quarterly. I'm gonna focus on new product launch and just let my consultants. I'm gonna do a product launch for my consultants so they have it at their fingertips. So many of my consultants, y'all, and I'm sure yours too. If you're watching consultants, you might not know about all the new products. You might have missed it, or you maybe not have been educated on them. So this is a way to get it to their phone and for them to be able to see all the new stuff quarterly. So that's where the consultants, I'm gonna do that for. And of course, you want your customers to see it too. So when the lookbook comes out, around the lookbook time, I'm gonna push out a quarterly customer pop-up sale, okay, is what I call it. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that. And I hope you have a really great finish to your seminar year. And so happy June, right? Let's just finish it. Let's finish strong, and then we'll just kind of jump into the new year. So bye, everyone.
Oh my gosh, that was pure genius. Don't worry. I already asked her. I'm sure you're all going to ask. Hold on, let me scroll down here. I think there's lots of things in the chat. I don't want to miss any part of it. Let me make you girls big in this. Okay. I can't get the chat to pull. What? That is so bizarre. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yes. Has anyone done these pop-ups already that maybe it's part of her group that might want to share any tidbits or something they've been doing? I already sent her a message asking for the scripts if she has them. I know it's going to be the first thing you all ask me, is even just for her customer one that she's mastered. And not that we all can't create our own. Listen, the one thing I will tell you that I've learned over 23 years is whatever script you get, tweak it and make it sound like you, friends. Do not copy verbatim, because people ignore that. and don't make it too long-winded, make it short and sweet. So I kind of already have an idea for that, what I would do for that. But I love the idea of PC parties too. What I love about this idea, because I know she's going to watch this later too. I have unbelievable health issues. And I've had to really strategize this last year and relearn how to work my business efficiently with not maybe doing that. I'm a go-getter. I run nonstop 24/7. I'm like the Energizer Bunny. And so transitioning to putting some staples in my business that work a little more efficiently. And I think COVID helped with that too. But I don't know about the rest of you. I don't want to be in my house all the time. I just don't want to do that. So I think this is a genius idea. Before we leave today, does anybody want to share? I don't know, because she'll watch this later. We want to affirm her takeaway or anything you would like me to ask her for. I'm just so grateful for her to do that today with her little hiccup in the schedule, because we just still be woman of her word and do that. And yeah, so anybody can unmute and ask anything they want to ask.
Well, Jen, I'll talk. I always love new ideas, so I am looking forward to getting more of the specifics on the pop-ups. So yeah, it's always good to get something new. One of the things I love about Lunch and Learn is that they haven't been said, you have to talk on booking or you have to talk on recruiting. The speakers talking about what's important to them, what moves them, and what they've found to work. So that's why I love Lunch and Learn.
Well, and even if it's the same subject, don't we always learn something new? It's a different spin, even if it's the same idea. I think sometimes coming from a different brain, a different mouth, a different person, we're learning something, a little tweak to it that might hit our personality different. I love this because this is just another one thing I will tell you I've done. I have pre-recorded myself, and this might help some of you when you get super busy and you have 1 trillion new team members every month, right? We want to do everything in person, but some people want hybrid. Some are sick and tired of Zoom, right? Anybody have customers like that? Like, I will not get on another Zoom thing if my life depends on it, because they may still be forced to work that way every day at work, right? And so they'd rather get out. So back to in person, but a couple of things I did this year that I've been integrating and been sending my new consultant people is I created, we're called Area 309. And I created kind of like a pre-launch that's generic. And it's basically like, I don't know, like if I was to do a Zoom launch party for somebody, how I would run that, like directing them to their website, but it's generic. Anybody can use it. Like they can send that YouTube video to their customers just to learn about the main staples. The 5 and 15 idea, I've pre-recorded myself doing that. The Hydra session, I've pre-recorded myself doing that, to where then if I mailed samples to a customer to do a Hydra session, because girls, you can still do that even though COVID's over. Some of your people are busy and you can't meet with them, right? But it's a way for me to send them. I know they can watch how to do it. I can send them the samples and then I can quickly follow up. It's a way. So one thing I have, that's why I love this idea. I've never thought about this. I do a T-Status active magazine every month for my people. And it just kind of talks about activity and, oh God, who gave me that? Brenda Hell, I think, was who came up with that. And I stole it one year and I've just been doing that. But I love, my brain's just having all these ideas come, but I have pre-recorded some things. The beauty box idea, if you haven't heard that idea, I just pre-recorded to send to consultants so they can learn how to do it. So on top of my appointments, I have a beauty box going out to customers all the time that they try. It's literally retail size product. What I use, because I'm a director, is I get those, director support boxes, director support boxes. And I took one, flipped it, made it cute. So it doesn't look like a brown box. And I put the products in it and I leave it with somebody for 24 hours. I pick it up, get their feedback, and I'm getting tons of sales that way. So on top of my other appointments, again, because I've had to get savvy, girls, I never know when I'm going to have my seizures and be down and I can't do anything. So with everything with the lungs and the strokes and the heart and all the things, it does not change my purpose in this business. It just may change how I do things. And so what I love about this pop-up is I have some things already done like that, that if I'm unavailable, or if with God's grace, that I have 10 new girls that want me on the same night, you know what I mean? I can have these things done that are generic and send out, and everybody can use them. You know what I mean? Like, hey, send this to your customers if you're new, or if you can't get them to do a new launch, or if they're just more of a hobby time girl and they're just going to service 5 or 10 customers. I'm like, girl, send this to all your customers, show them about the products, and collect the sales to get your first order in. You know what I mean? But my videos, just so you know, are generic. Like, it's me talking, but it's not like if I did it for Sandy. It's not specifically saying Sandy. Does that make sense? Like, anybody can grab it. I can use it. My consultants can use it, and it'll still reflect. And all they have to do is just make sure they have their, send them their websites or whatever. So I love this. And I did ask Crystal for the scripts that she used. Just so you all know I don't have the graphic yet. Just my gal who made my graphic designer had a major accident, and she's working on it. We will, the first week, what is that? Is it July 6th? Let me look for lunch and learn. I'm going to tell you that just so you all have it. We will have a lunch and learn. And yes, July 6th. And it's Tiffany Molt, and she's going to train on that idea. She touched on it on her last training, and you all went crazy and wanted to know about how she's getting so many leads and all that through Facebook and social media and all the things. She's going to be here training on that on July 6th, just so you have it. So we'll start right out the gate with the new year. And I promise I'll get that graphic as soon as I can out to all of you. But I hope you all have an amazing next 48 hours or 36 or however many's left. And sending prayers and love for you all to reach your goals and to walk across that seminar stage. I know some of you are hitting first time big achievements, and anything can happen if you focus in that direction. Girls, I've been bedridden most of the year, and we still did triple court. You can do anything you set your mind to. You just have to think around it. Think outside the box. Like she said, get creative and think, okay, this is where I can put my energy. This is what I can control, and this is how I can get it done. There's a million ways around it, right? A million ways to skin a cat. So I love you all. I'll be praying for you. Happy Thursday, happy year end, happy safe 4th of July, and happy new seminar year until we see each other next week. Bye, ladies.